Hi, this is a reading for you. It is not attached to a zodiac sign nor a timeline. The intention is, if you come across this reading, it should benefit you in some way. That being said, let's get started. I decided to just shuffle on camera today, just to switch it up. So, this to me is, it's not a bad energy, right? I feel like you're sort of going for it, right? But there's maybe a bit of a discouragement or a hesitation or a doubt or, you're I feel like you're very much trying to shift your focus. You're very much trying to balance your mind. I also feel like certain choices or things or there's maybe more difficulty in making a choice than you thought or on moving towards something. Maybe you're just tired of having to fight or tired of having to push or tired of, whatever it is, right? But you are moving. And in a lot of ways, I could actually interpret as leaving this behind or like taking a leap of faith, leaving someone behind who, maybe it's difficult for them or something like that. Because I definitely could see you sort of leaving this dreary world behind for better days and unknowns and mystery and everything else, right? And I really kind of get the impression of, say, spiritual alchemy with this, tempering your thoughts or, molding the subconscious mind, manifestation, if you will, and trying to bring harmony and balance to your thought space in general. Now, there is something interesting here also that I'll get to in a minute, but it has to lead up to it in a certain way. So there's the tower, so that's a thing. Either this is a dawning realization or a sudden shift or something that kind of comes about maybe in an unexpected manner. It seems to shift things greatly, though. Perhaps all that inner work or that manifestation stuff starts to pay off maybe faster than you think. Now, behind you, we have the King of Cups. Clarify the King of Cups. This all started with a sense of established confidence, I feel like. Not letting your present circumstances or perception dictate you. I feel like you've been in a whole process of gaining emotional composure or healing or relief. It's been a process of, again, alchemy, sort of like transforming oneself. Because to see better results in your outside circumstances, it all starts with changing the results internally, right? Um, I didn't watch it, but I saw a video and it was titled something along the lines of you don't need a change of scenery, you need a change of character. Again, I didn't watch the video, but I just like the title because I think that that's very accurate. It's not about changing or rearranging what's external to you. It's all about what's internal, right? And I feel like you've been in a process of sort of discovering that and finding what is fulfilling for you, or what the right things are for you, what the right direction is, or just aligning yourself with what you want even. And I feel like that clarity is either here or on its way. But I also do get this, I do sort of take this as a communication, particularly with what is lined up beyond this card. This would be someone who is very knowing, someone who's maybe a bit cold, but someone who, and I don't really put gender to the card, so it could be a man or a woman, but it's someone who is very logical. They are decisive. They are, strong-minded. This person has authority. Like, you wouldn't want to cross them. It's the kind of person who can maybe make or break you even. In some maybe not in your personal context, but just in general, they have a sense of authority about them, or a sense of strength about them. Now, that could even be you. And I also kind of get the impression of maybe setting an example, or like others looking to you in some way. Maybe you're teaching in some way, or it could be parenthood, it could be anything like that. But I also kind of get a side note of you working very hard for certain things, and then sort of people looking for, I don't want to say like handouts, but like they're looking to you for support, or they have certain expectations. Maybe you start to become aware of people's expectations, or certain traits or motives that you weren't as aware of before. Now, this is sort of a confusing message, because okay, so here's how I'll interpret it. In your perspective, I feel like this is a matter of self-control, keeping certain things to yourself, maybe preserving your resources, and sort of speeding towards this kind of celebration here, sort of maybe trying to move things fast, or you put a concentrated effort into things in order for them to sort of come into fruition. I'm going to clarify it, but off first glance, that's the best way I could kind of interpret this. Maybe there's relief, because there is that communication. This relationship in some way will bring wish fulfillment. This could be personal or professional. Yeah, it brings some kind of relief, maybe even healing, or just, I don't know, there's something about it, obviously, that is good. I don't feel like this has happened yet, though. So if you're thinking of a communication that's already happened, I don't necessarily think it's happened yet. You could receive assistance in some way. Yeah. It's almost like some kind of relief comes in. It may be, or an opportunity, I should say, more so, because the outcome is actually the Ace of Pentacles. So there could be some kind of opportunity comes about. It could be from a past person, or some kind of past position, or past skill. I don't know, but I kind of feel like, And then it's almost like you have to figure out how to go from there, right? Because it almost kind of sets into motion this chain of events. And maybe you've had certain debates or whatever, because it's almost like, again, with that tower there and the way everything's laid out, it's almost like circumstances change for you pretty quickly. And now it's almost like all these different doors are open. There's now new solutions. There's now maybe problems resolved. Maybe there's less stress. There's something, I feel like it's going to allow you to move differently. And there could be, I don't know, it could be some kind of relationship even. I do feel like it's maybe working, but it comes with a lot of fulfillment. So, I mean, it could be in a personal context too, if that fits better. But whatever it is, it will be significant. And there could even be some anxiety you hold around this, by the way. You could even be aware of it. It could just be like a situation that's on hold or something. I almost hear sort of setting the bar higher or the standard higher, because it's like this is where you were, maybe in your partnerships or your collaborations or your perspective or maybe a specific situation. But it's like you've been gazing at this Queen of Wands. And this could even just be like transforming your circumstances from this sort of Five of Pentacles impoverished vibe to the Queen of Wands. Like shifting how you are even. It doesn't even have to, but see, the thing is, there's again this Two of Cups and Nine of Cups ahead of you. And I feel like there's a certainty about this. I feel like there's a knowing about this. It could also talk about wish fulfillment, but there's an understanding, an agreement. It's cohesive. And this opens up new chapters for you, or like things to celebrate. Travel could also be involved, but I kind of get the impression of opening up a whole new door of opportunity or of experience, of growth. And, I think the biggest thing to overcome, again, is, just in your perspective, particularly if you get fearful or anxious or, what I would encourage you to do with this reading, the whole thing really talks about embodying the energy that you want to be, placing yourself where you want to be. This sort of act as if, align yourself with it, like feel it, don't feel, try to get rid of imposter syndrome. Try to, stay away from doubting yourself and just really fill the shoes, so to speak. So if you enjoyed this reading, definitely feel free to like and subscribe. I'm going to take this reading a bit further on my Patreon. That's where all of my extended content goes. I do have personal readings available. I have a sale, but it ends tomorrow. But you can access all that stuff in the description below. So I thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you